We started in 1996. We now have 5 employees, and we're located at 116 Ann Street South at the corner of Ann and Brock, right opposite Powell Jones and beside Heinz Burgers. One of the challenges that I enjoy and get a little bit emotional about sometimes is when someone's coming in and they're starting a business. Been there, done that. Know that it's a long road, and some people come into business with an education and a background, knowing what they're getting into, and some people don't. And learning how to promote your business can be a very difficult and painful process. So a lot of mistakes are made. Try to give advice where you can. You tend to steer people to things that you know will work. Typically we start with doing a business card. Then we'll do something in the way of a flyer or a brochure to help them promote their business. Design a website. One of the other things that's kind of gotten lost in the woodwork, so to speak, is direct mail. There's a lot of social media, et cetera, that's now being expanded into, but that social media still needs to be able to promote you in conjunction with some of the tools that have been used in the past that still work. Still, if you ask people today how they like to hear about new products and new services, 80% of them will tell you they'd like to get it in the mail. So, guiding them through that process and watching them grow. In the last couple of years, we've had a few people that have come through our doors that have done just that. And it's nice to see them go from doing nothing but spending money to get their business going to getting to a place where they're now starting to make a living and be able to put food on the table and care for their family. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about for all of us. It's being able to do the things that we need to do and take care of our responsibilities and take care of our families. So it is, it's a family-run business, but it's us doing what we can to help you take care of your family. We lived in Manitoba for a number of years, and I was driving truck, actually, and hurt my back. And we decided as a family we'd move back to Ontario, which is our roots. My wife is from Thunder Bay area, and I grew up in Stouffville. And we started looking for something to do, and with my back being the way it was, I needed to be able to work for myself, because every now and then I had to go lay down and just take it easy, and most employers don't accept that too easily. So there was huge changes happening right at the time that we got into the business. So I learned all the new technology. It wasn't until I was at a print show down in St. Catharines that we went to a museum down there, and that's when I realized that some of these fellows that I was rubbing shoulders with had a lot of history in the print business. Fellow walked into a shop and they had an old letterpress there, and he started setting up type as quickly as I could blink. And I was just amazed, and so we talked about that, and that's when I became aware that there was a huge change happening in the industry that I was a part of. One of the things that was happening, color copiers were becoming commonplace, but being connected and becoming actual printing devices was just happening. And we actually had one of the first color copiers connected in town. We got a situation with one of our clients that needed something done in color, and it was a large book. It was 72 pages long, and they wanted it done in color. And so we made a call, got our machine connected, and we started with that contract, and it made a big difference for us. It kept us alive, because that was really at the very beginning of our business, and without that, it would have been tough to put food on the table. So technology has made a big change. And the other thing we got involved in was large format printing, and we got involved in doing basically interior work. You would do maybe art reprints and posters for interior stuff. But when I got involved in the sign business, moving into the technology that allowed us to do outdoor signage as well as indoor print was important. And so we ended up bringing in that technology. And as much as people like to think it's tried and true and it's up and running, there's a lot of changes in that technology even happening now. And there's a lot of experimentation that's being done in different substrates and different materials to print on. There's a number of different types of large format printers for different materials. And so picking the right technology to suit your customers and their needs is really important. And so we've gone with an Echo Solvent machine, which allows us the largest gamut of flexibility on the types of materials that we can print on. We've offered design from, probably the very beginning. It's not just about creating a design, it's also about understanding what it is that they're trying to communicate to their customers. Finding out what their niche is. It's sometimes the hardest part is to get that information in and just let him go with it. a lot of times I find that if we give Steve the raw data on it and let him fly with it, he tends to end up with a better design sometimes than when he's getting handled a little too much along the way. I've always said we design probably about 90% of everything we print. And so when you take a look around and see things that are here in our shop, most of it's been created by that fellow that we just talked about, Steve. So a number of things that we've gotten involved in, along with just designing print and doing printed materials. We also have a wayfinding system that we're certified on and licensed to do, the Vista system. That's been used in such places as RVH and Simcoe Administration Building. And it's a neat product. It has a lot of flexibility to it. So if you're doing a wayfinding system for a large building, it's a great product, very versatile, good for indoor and as well as external signage. This is cut vinyl that we're doing right now. Greg's putting on this truck here. But we also do full wraps, anything printed. Sometimes a vehicle needs an image created without doing a full wrap, but give the impression of a full wrap. So sometimes you do a combination of cut vinyl as well as printed graphics. On back windows and things like that, we do have a product that's called perforated vinyl, which allows you to see out from inside the vehicle. People who travel on the buses would know that product because you can't see in, but you can see out. And that's been a kind of one of the new products that have been offered in the industry in the last 10 years or so. The largest we've done is a 45-foot trailer. We can't move that in here, but we do have other facilities that we can expand to do those types of things. The place can run without me, but it can't run without her. We never collect a dime if it wasn't for Kelly, because she does up all our invoices. But she also does all our finishing, and she takes care of so many little things that we just don't think of on a day-to-day basis. Some of the things that we've been involved in our community that have been important to us. We're involved in Emmanuel Baptist Church and been there now for 8 or 9 years and enjoy reaching into our community through that avenue. I joined Rotary 13 years ago, and I found out about the good work that Rotary does. And long and short of it is, I've been a member now for 13 years and very thankful to be a part of it. And nice to see the work that's done by Rotary in this community and worldwide. It's nice to be given those opportunities to be able to give back, not only to the people that you rub shoulders with on a day-to-day basis, but also to those that you would never otherwise know, who have needs that are far greater than ours in many cases. So that's why we do what we do, to enable us to be able to give back and give to others.